So we got some internal leaked conversations about the NIO Mercedes deal, and also what the CEO said about this partnership, which will absolutely blow your mind. And first, subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already done so. I make daily awesome videos on NIO and NIO stock. And also like this video, share it with people so that they know what the hell's going on. So NIO has come out to publicly deny, once again, that they're not working with Mercedes. There is no deal according to them. They're denying it. And of course, they have to do this. Until everything's signed on ink and paper, they can't tell people about it. But I'm telling you, it's pretty much in the bag. It's just that NIO won't let you peep in the bag yet. All right? And you gotta think about it this way. The design of the 3.0 swap station, they're purposefully designed to be able to accept batteries of different dimensions, even non-NIO batteries. The purpose of that is not only for the sub-brand to be using those 3.0 swap stations, but also partnerships. And it's very important what the CEO said. I'll talk about that later. First of all, this leaked conversation. This is between a NIO employee, internal employee, and also a person that's not a NIO employee. Them asking the NIO employee about the Mercedes NIO deal. Is it real? Is it actually going to happen? The NIO employee said it probably is. And he also said even them internally, there's a lot of discussion about it. And I already talked about how Audi partners up with IM Motors to develop cars using their technology. Volkswagen partners up with Xpeng to develop cars using their technology. And NIO perhaps is next in line. What complicates things, and probably why NIO won't confirm it right now, is probably because the stock price at its current level, 14-ish, isn't where they want to sign the deal. Perhaps Mercedes would want the price to be a bit lower so that they can pay less money and get more equity in NIO. Things have not been finalized. But what has the CEO said that pretty much confirms this deal? Well, back in June 12th, when NIO had 1,500 swap stations deployed, it was a big celebratory moment, and NIO's CEO personally said this, which, especially if you combine that with what's happening right now with the NIO Mercedes rumors, the stars line up. And I quote, this is what he said, word for word, all right, back in June 12th. 已经有车企与未来在谈共用换电站，并使用未来的换电模式研发新车。不过，车企共用的话，还需要几年时间研发及推出新车。Translation: There has already been an auto company in discussion with NIO about partnering up and using NIO's battery swap network in their next vehicle. However, these cars still need more time for R&D, development, and production. So that's the CEO himself saying that there's somebody who's in discussion to partner up with NIO for swap station deployment and using swap stations for their new car and develop cars based on swapping and be able to swap. Is this company Mercedes? Now, when did Mercedes CEO talk to William Li at the New House? That was back in April. This, when the CEO said this statement, this was in June 12th. There's a big, decent chunk of time between these two events for NIO to think about it and also to get that deal going. And also, you guys got to think about, why was the CEO of Mercedes talking to William Li, the CEO of NIO? It's definitely not about which parks are the best in Shanghai to go for a stroll. It's definitely not where the nearest bathroom is. It has something to do with the two companies potentially joining hands. Now, unless NIO tells everybody what that meeting was about, all this denying that they're saying, oh, there's no deal, there's nothing, no partnership, no nothing, we won't know. Maybe they're just hiding everything until everything's finalized. And why did they meet together? You guys can tell me. Was it to discuss the best park? And the careful wording of what the CEO said. In discussion, all right? That sounds to me like April was when they initiated this discussion with the Mercedes CEO, and they are still currently in discussion for this deal to iron out the details, nitty-gritty details. How much does Mercedes want to invest? What kind of things they should get in return? This picture looks like discussion to me. And also the latter half of that phrase, there still needs to be some time for R&D and production of the car. So that tells me that perhaps they still don't want to announce the deal yet. So a big part of this deal probably involves a lot of secrecy and all that kind of stuff. So of course NIO has to deny this and say that they're not working with Mercedes. But I'm telling you, the deal is pretty much in the bag. NIO just won't let you peep inside. And you combine that with NIO and how they're burning a lot of money, they're spending a lot of money, they really need the money. It makes sense for the two of them to work together. And a lot of influencers here in China also say that NIO and Mercedes, they're going to work together. And also some of them say that NIO is definitely going to get a partnership after Volkswagen Exponent deal. And think about it this way, NIO wants to be the default way of replenishing power. Battery swap is one of them, and then also chargers as the other one. Having right now more than 1,600 swap stations all over China. They are pretty much the gas station for EVs in that essence, for the convenience and also ease of use. And of course, NIO is going to partner up with other automakers, let them use NIO swap stations, and NIO gets to earn that big buck from, first of all, the possible investment from that auto company, and also each car that that company builds, they have to pay NIO for using their technology. And then third, so that's already two streams of money. And then third stream of money, of course, when they go, customers of that vehicle go and swap, they of course they got to pay NIO, and NIO can actually charge them a premium as well for being one of those cars and not a NIO, a non-NIO car. And that's exactly what they're doing with the charging stations. They charge non-NIOs a higher price for charging and outright ban hybrids and EREVs at certain charging locations. So it's an absolute win-win for all these parties involved. It's pretty much in the bag, guys. And even if worst case scenario, Mercedes doesn't partner up with NIO, you got to think about it this way. Somebody will. Somebody will. You also have to think about it this way. What if I told you it could possibly be not just Mercedes? What if I told you it could be more than one company that wants to partner up with NIO for the swap station network? That's something to think about. Hit the bell, guys. Hit the bell. Subscribe, hit the bell, and also check out these videos. Very good videos as well. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.